Hey, what's up, gamers? Welcome back to BeBackGaming. Today we're diving deep into Sea of Remnants, the 2025 indie RPG that's been making waves. This is a non-sponsored review, so you're getting my raw, unfiltered thoughts. No fluff, no bias, just the truth about whether this game is worth your time. We'll cover gameplay, story, visuals, sound, and more. Stick around to the end for my final verdict. And if you like honest reviews, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Let's jump in. Alright, let's start with the meat of Sea of Remnants, the gameplay. This is an action-adventure RPG, set in a post-apocalyptic world, where you explore a vast, open sea dotted with ruins and remnants of a lost civilization. The core loop revolves around sailing, scavenging, and fighting off enemies. Think Assassin's Creed, Black Flag meets Horizon Zero Dawn. With an indie twist, the sailing mechanics are smooth. You control your ship, navigating through storms and mysterious fog, with a real sense of freedom. Upgrading your vessel with scavenged materials feels rewarding, but it can get grindy if you're not into resource management. Combat is where things get spicy. It's real time, with a mix of melee and ranged attacks. You can chain combos, dodge, and use environmental traps, which keeps fights dynamic. However, the enemy can be hit or miss. Sometimes they're clever. Other times they just stand there like they forgot their lines. The skill tree is deep, letting you specialize in stealth, brute force, or tech-based abilities. One loved experimenting with builds, but the progression can feel slow early on, which might turn off players who want instant power. Overall, the gameplay is engaging but not perfect. It shines when you're exploring but stumbles with pacing. Let's talk story. Sea of Remnants drops you into a world ravaged by an ancient catastrophe. You play as a wanderer searching for answers about the remnants, mysterious artifacts tied to the world's past. The narrative is delivered through environmental clues, NPC dialogue, and occasional cutscenes. It's immersive if you love piecing together lore, but the main quest can feel vague at times, leaving you wondering where to go next. The characters are a mixed bag. Some NPCs, like the grizzled shipwright you meet early on, have compelling backstories, but others feel like generic quest givers. The writing leans heavily on mystery, which I enjoyed, but it might frustrate players who prefer a clear, linear plot. The world building, though, is a highlight. The ruins, artifacts, and scattered logs paint a haunting picture of a fallen civilization. It's not the Last of Us level of storytelling, but for an indie game, it's ambitious and mostly delivers. Visually, Sea of Remnants punches above its indie weight. The art style blends stylized textures with realistic lighting, creating breathtaking moments like sailing through a glowing sunset or exploring overgrown ruins. Character models are decent but not AA quality. Think Genshin Impact rather than God of War. There's occasional pop-in and texture glitches, especially on lower-end PCs, but nothing game-breaking. The sound design is a standout. The creak of your ship, the crash of waves, and the eerie hum of ancient ruins create an immersive vibe. The soundtrack is atmospheric, with haunting melodies that fit the post-apocalyptic tone. Voice acting is sparse but solid where it exists. My only gripe, some ambient sounds loop too noticeably, which can pull you out of the experience. Let's break it down. Here are my pros and cons for Sea of Remnants. Pros: exploration is a blast. Sailing and discovering hidden islands feels like an adventure. Deep skill tree and build variety keep combat fresh. Stunning world design and atmosphere for an indie title. Non-sponsored note, I'm saying this because I genuinely enjoyed these elements, not because anyone paid me to. Cons: grindy resource gathering can slow the pace. Story lacks direction at times, which might frustrate some players. Minor technical issues like texture pop-in and inconsistent AI. Overall, it's a game that rewards patience and curiosity, but might not click if you want fast-paced action or a tightly scripted story. So, Sea of Remnants worth your time if you love exploration-driven RPGs like Breath of the Wild or Subnautica. This game's open world and mysterious vibe will hook you. It's not perfect. The grind and vague story might test your patience, but for an indie title, it's a bold effort with a lot of heart. I'd give it a solid 7.5/10. It's not a must-play masterpiece, but it's a gem for fans of the genre. If you've played it, drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you love the exploration or find it too slow? Let's get the discussion going. That's it for our Sea of Remnants review. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, share it with your gaming crew, and subscribe to BeBackGaming for more honest reviews. Next up, what games do you want us to review next? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.